Okay, so hey guys, today I'm gonna be showing you how to make a cross, not a cross platform, yeah, pretty much an actual cross platform, FPS controllers. That means if you can just put in a few joysticks here and there, you can create like an FPS controller in phone and also in computer. So that means that, today we're gonna be creating it all. It's gonna take a lot of code, so be ready. And then the next tutorial is going to be like editing everything and like, just fine tuning it a bit. And then after that, we're going to quickly. After that, we're gonna add the camera. So let's get started. So we're gonna create a capsule first. This is gonna be our player. Our player is gonna be invisible, mesh renderer, because nobody wants to look at a capsule. Or a bean, if you wanna call it. So yeah, invisible bean. This is our character. We can rename it actually to, I don't know, player. Okay, and now we just need to create a script. So that means I'm going to call it FPSC for FPS controller. There we go. Now we're just going to edit the script. It's loading. There. Okay, so we're actually going to have to import a few things here. First, of course, we're going to go to the asset store because I don't feel like you guys want to code for like half an hour whenever it's already there. Search standard assets. Scroll down to Unity Technologies. Standard assets. It should say download. If you have a good computer, it's probably gonna take less than a minute. So you click on import. And we're only gonna import two things because the file is just junking up everything if you're only gonna use two things. So that means first we're going to need cross-platform input. And then after that we're going to need, let's see. Here, utility, and that's all we need. The utility is gonna throw an error. You can delete that. Just like that. Okay, now our error is gone. Okay, so that means now let's go back to FPSC. There we go. Keeps on defaulting to the wrong monitor, so that means now we're actually gonna have to use those two pieces. So that means using Unity standard assets. Also, you have to spell it correctly. Standard assets. There you go. And now we're just gonna write the cross platform input. There you go. You're gonna put a semicolon because then Unity's gonna throw another error, and then you're gonna have to save everything all over again. We're gonna pretty much just copy and paste everything here, but you're going to change the I'm going to change cross-platform input to utility. Utility, there we go. Pretty sure that's how you spell it. Now you're going to go down one more line using random, because we're gonna have to use randomness. Don't ask why. Unity engine dot random. There you go. We're going to do a lot of adding variables. There's like 10 or 20 lines of it. So first we're actually going to have to add before public. That means we'll go down to, and then right here we're gonna put square brackets, and we're gonna write require component nope, and we're gonna write type of character controller, because we're gonna need our character controller, and then that's pretty much it. You just put 2 of those. I don't want to write that all out again, so I'm gonna quickly copy, and then I'm gonna paste it. And we're gonna write audio source, because we're gonna add sounds. Audio source. Also, talking about it, we should probably add it now. It means that we should go to scene, player. We should add both, actually. So that means first we're gonna add an audio source. Now after that we're going to add then after that we're gonna add a character controller. You can change the scope limit to whatever you want. You can mess around with anything else. It doesn't make a difference though. So, you know, there's that. Okay, so that means let's go right back to FPS. Now we're going to write a lot of code. Okay. I might just put this in the description because I don't know if you want to write this much. I'm gonna have to write it out though, so yay. I mean, serialize field private boolean m is running, because you know we're gonna add running, and I don't want to write that all out again, so yoink. Just gonna have to change this to float, and then we're gonna write m, and now our walk speed. And once again, we're gonna have to change this to float. And then run speed. Run speed. There we go. There. This one's gonna be a little harder to write, so this is also gonna have to be a float. Before private, we're gonna have to put a square bracket. After that, we're gonna have to write range. We're gonna have to put one of those brackets. After that, we're gonna have to put 0f. Then we're gonna have to write 1f. That's all we have to do for that one. We just put another space there. Now we're gonna have to write run step lengthen. Pretty much how, you know, like whenever you run, how far away are your feet. we're gonna have to write so much more. So instead of using Boolean, I'm just gonna use the private float, that one. So that means there we're going to need approximately 3 more floats. So that means we'll just put that in advance. There we go. So that means in this one we're going to write jump speed. Now after this we're going to write stick to ground force. This pretty much is like sort of the force that sticks you to the ground, like how much resistance you have to sticking to the ground, pretty much, I'm pretty sure. Gravity multiplier. Everybody understands that. It's how strong gravity is. Gravity multiplier. We still have a lot more, don't worry, we're not done. We're gonna have to write, now we're gonna remove float, and we're gonna replace it with mouse look. Mouse look. Mouse look. There we go. We still have more. Now we're going to change it to a boolean. There we go. Now we're gonna have to change it. Now we're gonna have to write, use FOV kick. There we go. Now we did that. Actually, you can change. You don't need an uppercase there. Once again, we're gonna have to do that. We're going to have to delete those. We're gonna have to write mouse look. Mouse look. No, actually FOV kick, sorry. I got confused. FOV kick. FOV kick. FOV kick. Now here we're going to have to write equals new FOV kick. There we go. Now we do one of those. There we go. Okay. This takes really long, and we haven't even started yet. I can't wait to write 261 lines of code with you. So now we're gonna have to use private bool. Oh. There we go, private bool. Use head bob. There we go. We're gonna do that. This is gonna take a while. I'm probably just gonna fast forward this by a lot. Actually, no, I'm not. You're gonna have to, you can type with me. So now we're gonna have to write curve controlled Bob. Head Bob. New curve controlled Bob. There we go. We're going to pretty much have to rewrite this. I don't want to. That means we're just going to copy that in. I'm going to change this to lerp. 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 This will be changed to jump. There we go. Okay. We still have 4 more to write. This is going to take a while, so once again, we're going to have to get a flow this time. Okay, well, that sucks. Private flow interval. There we go. We're going to have to, now we're just going to need a private. Oh. Audio clip. Oh. So now we're going to quickly write, so we're gonna write, now we're gonna write footstep sounds. There we go. Now we're going to quickly recopy this. And we're just gonna copy and paste it 3 times. 1, and then 1 more. Now we're going to have to replace this with jump sound. Now this one's gonna be land sound. There we go. Pretty much. We're finally done that part. We still have so much more to write. So now let's continue with this. I mean, it's gonna be private camera. I'm just gonna call, yeah, no, let's call it a camera. Private camera once again. Oh, that did not work out as I intended. There we go. Now we're gonna write private bool. There we go. Now we're going to write jump. Yeah, so now we have to write private flow. Private flow Y rotation. This is the rotation on the Y axis. Yeah, now we're gonna need a Pt.2. So that means that we're going to copy private. Now we're gonna write vector Pt.2 input. this is really annoying to write out whenever I make mistakes. That means now let's go on to the next one. Now we're gonna need a vector 3. Vector 3. The direction of the movement. Vector 3.0. There we go. Now we're gonna need another one. Private character controller. Character controller. Character controller. Character controller once again. There we go. We're gonna need some collision flags. So that means we're going to copy. Okay, now actually we don't need to, so that means we're just gonna head on to the next one. Oh, I forgot a semicolon there. Private collision flags. Collision flags. Now we're gonna have to write collision we're going to do this like probably halfway, and then it's going to give you a few errors. Next video it's going to be solved after it. So that means now we're going to have to write private bool previous grounded previously grounded. Now we're going to have to write make sure that's a lowercase. There you go. Now we're going to need another vector 3. Vector 3. Now we're going to need original camera position. There we go. We're gonna need a float again. We're gonna need another float after it, so we might as well add it right now. Now we're gonna have to go to the top of it. So now we're going to have to write step cycle. There we go. Step cycle. Now we're going to have to go down one more. Right. Now we're gonna go to our float now that we wrote like 10 seconds ago. Next, sorry. Next step. There we go. Now we're gonna need a bool. There we go. Next we're going to need private audio source. audio source. Okay, we're finally done. We just finished all of these. That took way too long. But anyways, now it's time to actually move on to the next part. We're going to quickly write private void start. We're going to have to write so much again. I'm just gonna copy paste it at this point. This is just really tedious. Pause the video if you need to figure it out. There you go. Pause the video right now. There you go. Okay, that's everything here. This is just like the camera, like the main camera. It's saying that this is the main camera. Character controller. Find the component, the character controller. Pretty much just like the local position of the camera. This is the variable, like the variable, and then FOV kick setup. This is setting up the FOV kick on this camera right here. The head bob setup, it's pretty much the same thing as the FOV kick. It's only setting up the head bob, and then also the step interval. It has to be there. The step cycle is 0 for now. Next step 2. Is it jumping? No, not now at least. Audio source. Find the audio source. Initialize it looking at the mouse look thing. Yeah. Cool. So that means that now we're going to go to void update. I'm actually gonna write private void update. Okay, now we're gonna write rotate view. There we go. If jump. There we go. We actually have to put a space here. There we go. Because then it's gonna throw an error. Actually, I'm not sure if it's gonna throw an error. I mean, now we're gonna do one of these. We're gonna go down 2. Actually, we only need 1, so we might as well put 1 there. There we go. Now we're gonna write jump equals cross platform input manager dot get button down. Pretty much just checking if this button is down. Jump. There we go. Yeah. So now, this is pretty much just like, this is why we imported this library up here, cross-platform input. This is why, so we can like manage everything. Yeah. So that means we'll go down 2. We're going to need another if statement. This is pretty much not equal to, like, if it isn't, that means that now we're going to have to write a lot more for this one. Now we're going to write previously grounded, and if these are both checked, then this will happen pretty much. Jumping. Oh. Okay, so that means now we're going to have to write here another and statement. Previously grounded. There we go. And then we're gonna have to put one of those squiggly brackets. And then in here we're gonna have to write move dir dot y equals 0. F, because it's a float. F, you have to add an F after a number if it's a float. There we go. Now we're going to have to okay. Anyways, previously grounded equals what is this? Okay, we don't need that. And then we'll just write is grounded. There we go. That's the first update sentence done. We're nearing the end of the video right now. Like, we're getting really close to it. So now we're going to have to write for the last piece. We're going to have to write very simple private. First we're gonna have to write private void play landing sound. Landing sound. There we go. And on the first one, we're going to write audio source dot clip equals land sound. There we go. There we go. And now we're going to have to go. No, sorry. We have to go down one more. Now right here, we're going to have to write audio source dot play. Very simple. There we go. Now this is going to be the last line that we're going to write for this video. Next step equals step cycle plus, you can write 0.5 or 0.5f. It doesn't, 0.5 just like doesn't make a difference. 0.5 still means like a half, and then 0.5 still means a half. Yeah, that's the end of the video for today. Tomorrow or after tomorrow, I'm probably gonna post. There are gonna be errors whenever you save your project, and you go into Unity here. Yeah, you're gonna have to correct some of these. For example, that 84. That means I did. Oh wait, sorry. This has to be in uppercase first, and then you're gonna have to put two normal brackets there. Now, your Unity project will. Okay, well. On 84, apparently. Oh, sorry. And then you put another semicolon there. That's, yeah, well, we're gonna fix that tomorrow. I'll see you guys. guys later. Bye.